Good morning, dear students. Wish you all a very good day. Intermediate second year procession in second lesson. The title of the lesson: The Secret of Work by Swami Vivekananda. Already last class we have discussed a few. Now let's come to remaining due to lesson. I'm ready. Please listen. As the tortoise tucks its feet and head inside the shell, and you may kill it and break it in pieces, and yet it will not come out. Even so, the character of a man who has control over his motive and organs is unchangeably established. He controls his own inner forces, and nothing can draw them out against his will. By this continuous reflex of good thoughts, good impressions moving over the surface of the mind, the tendency for doing good becomes strong, and as a result, we feel able to control the indriyas, the sense of organs, the nervous centers. Thus, alone we cannot be established. Then, alone a man gets truth. Such a man is safe forever. He cannot do any evil. You may place him in any company, there will be no danger from him. There is a still higher state than having this good tendency, and that is the desire for the liberation. Liberation means full freedom. Freedom from the bondage of good as well as from the bondage of evil. A golden chain is as such a chain as an iron one. There is a thorn in my finger, and I use another to take the first one out. And when I have taken it out, I throw both of them aside. I have no necessity for keeping the second thorn, because both are thorns after all. So that bad tendency ought to be counteracted by good ones, and the bad impressions on the mind should be removed by the fresh waves of good ones, until all that is evil almost disappear or is subdued and held in control in a corner of the mind. But after that, the good tendency have also been conquered. Thus the attached became the unattached. Work, but let not the action or the thought produce a deep impressions on the mind. Let the ripples come and go. Let use actions produced from the muscle and the brain, but let them not make any deep impressions on the soul. Again I repeat, please listen. As the tortoise tucks its feet and heel inside the shell, and you may kill it and break it in pieces, and yet it will not come out. Even so, the character of the man who has control over these motives and organs is unchangeably established. He controls his own inner force, and nothing can draw them out against his will. By this continuous reflex of good thoughts, good impressions moving over the surface of the mind, the tendency for doing good becomes strong. And as a result, we feel able to control the indriyas, the sense of organs, the nerve sense. Thus, alone will care to be established. Then alone a man gets true. Such a man is safe He cannot do any evil. He may please him in any company. There will be no dangers for him. There is a still higher state than having this good tendency, and that is the desire for liberation. Liberations mean full freedom. Freedom from the bondage of good as well as from bondage of evil. A golden chain is as much a chain as an iron one. There is a thorn in my finger, and I use another to take first one out, and when I have taken it out of throw both of them side. I have no necessity for keeping the second thorn, because both the thorns are all. So the bad tendency has to be counteracted by the good ones, and the bad impressions on the mind should be removed by the fresh waves of good ones until all that is evil almost disappears or is subdued and held in control in corner of the mind. But after that, the good tendency have also to be conquered. Thus the attached became the unattached. Work but let not action or thoughts produce a deep impressions on the mind. Let the ripples come and go. Let these actions proceed from the muscles and the brain, but let them not make any deep impressions on the soul. In this paragraph said to us, tortoise. You know about animal tortoise. The tortoise moving to very slowly. Whenever enemy and when I touch one, and close head and hands, legs also close and kept in the shell. It's like again. You know about tortoise. Tortoise walking very slowly. 5 hours. Last 2 hours legs, front legs and in front head. Whenever touch and they move it, suddenly 5 holes are close to legs and head. Then quickly 5 holes close to his parts. Whenever human beings addicted bad habits, he was adoption his body. The tortoise covers all 5 holes covered in shell. We can break it and kill it. The shell we are crush it like piece. Then if they open 5 holes and 5 elements, it will not come out. It's a common. It is the nature. And at the same, whenever we aim to observe, grasp to bad thoughts, our life entirely bad. The cat depending upon like compared to tortoise. Or the motive, it is like devotionally. When you are any critical situation and conditions, rise up in your mind bad thoughts, bad elements, motivate to individual himself and design your character. So, any elements of organs in aspect from the Gita, that is, human beings, human life, start to end, we are ready to bad. We were designed to our life, control to our indriyas, control to our soul, indriyas. We were improve our knowledge and we were command to indriyas. We were first command to indriyas. Then meanwhile we can stop anyone, it will be success. We command to our indriyas. The indriyas are control to our body, our soul, our heart. The indriyas are play the key role in our life. It is reflect good thoughts and it is reflect to bad. We were controlled, we were command to our indriyas, given to good reflect. But we cannot control the indriyas, bad reflect. It is the sense of organs. Indriyas means sense of organs. And body, ear, speak and watching. This is the organs, main organs. And alone we can be established. We were command and control to indriyas. Alone a man gets truth, such a man said to forever. Whenever you say always true, they were given to life, truthful life you live like. Whenever you say lie, neighbors are, you are appreciated. Why? Just like they are feel fear. You say lie, but they are said to you telling the truth always. You are the great, you are truthful person, but they are limit and 10 feet and 5 feet land. They are scolded you is the very scoundrel and useless fellow. They are scolded you. Whenever before 5 minutes before they are praised to you, and after 5 minutes they are leaving the place, scolded you. They are same way. One way praise to you, one way scold you. Why? It is the nature of your work. So you said there will be no danger from. He cannot do any evil. If you cannot do any evil, there is no danger in your life. Your life is good, but you cannot do any evil. That is, then there is a still higher state than highest good tendency and a desire for liberation. Your desire for liberation, individuality, freedom want to territorially. So here, liberation means full freedom. Freedom means independence. Your tendencies, good thoughts, it is your restricted life. We cannot do that. We can do this. Then liberations of full freedom. You cannot choose bad or good. Just only one way. There is no one way. It is your freedom. There is no control. It is your attitude. Yeah, two kinds. Yeah, two kinds. Then liberations means full freedom. Freedom from the bondage of good. Freedom from the bondage of good. So freedom and good. It's like a deal to bondage. As well as from bondage of evil also. Freedom from the bondage of good as well as the bondage of evil also. That is the both ways. Then again another one said to one thought. Gold is the precious metal. You know, gold is the precious metal. Did you like gold? Everybody else like and want to desire the gold. But we could not express to I love gold, I like gold, I want gold. They could not speak about desire in out because of it is the inner. They want to think about arrogant and selfish. But here, you know about gold. Gold is the precious metal of the world. Then, a golden chain is as much a chain as an iron one. So, gold is the precious metal. There is one part gold, one part iron. One part iron. So you chose suddenly gold, but gold designed to like a chain. Iron chain as well as similarity gold also. But we are estimated in both which is gold, which is iron. What is the value of both things? Gold is the precious, iron is not valuable, just like useful thing. But iron is the very precious metal. It is our thing about our attitude. Then there is thrown in my finger, and I use another to take fast one out. I have taken it to throw. In your pathway, going to one of the pathway, one way, there is good way, there is no thrones, bad way, there is thrones. So it is our attitude. Then control a corner of the mind. Our mind thoughts control. It is like command indriyas. We cannot remember, we cannot rise up to bad thoughts. We will think always good. Result very good. Then does the attach between the unattached? It is good and bad, gold and iron, attached and unattached in our life. Work but not let action. It's like let use action or process. The process will be continued. Muscle and brain. Brain commands given to body. The body is followed to action. But let them not make a deep impressions of the soul. Soul depend on where thoughts depend. Impressions are. We work full-fledged doing work, good result. Bad result. It is depending our brain. Thank you, students. Remaining due to lesson continue to next class.